Previously on Make It Rain TV.
Do not go to Craigslist. It's a trap. It's a trap. So that's my take on Creep 1. The next movie is Creep 2 with a female lead. So her name is Sarah, and Joseph from Creep 1, his name's Aaron now. So you can tell that he uses his victims, he takes their name. So Sarah, like me, she's a YouTuber, but I would never do nothing this crazy. So she's a YouTuber, and her page is about called Encounters, where she talks to lonely people or strange people she finds online, tells her story through an empathetic lens to get people like, oh, what's wrong with you? It's very much like soft white underbelly, but not as intense. And she gets Aaron's ad on Craigslist, very much like the first one, and she's more intrigued rather than desperate for money, like the OG Aaron was in Creep 1. So she sees it as an opportunity to get some views. Very much everything is content. So it's really interesting. I think it's pretty meta, and it's so interesting. If it was a YouTube web series about a YouTuber who does all these things, that would be like the most meta. So I just think it's super cool. Her motivation is to get views, and unlike Aaron, she's not an idiot. She's more smart, witty, she's quick on the draw, and she is a creative who really wants to get her YouTube popping. So red flags. He immediately confessed to her that he's a serial unaliver. Why are you still talking to this guy? Like, if someone told me that, oh, okay, I left something in the car, I'll be right back. I'm leaving. I don't care. I'm leaving. But for some reason, she thinks it's all part of an act, like it's some kind of performance art. But little does she know she's literally his next victim. So she goes to his remote cabin in the wood, and that just makes the most sense because he wants to isolate. That's how all these weirdos do. They want to isolate you, so you're just easy prey. So instead of being a woman with some sense and leaving, she decides, you know what, this is the creepiest person I met, so let me follow him to the pits of hell and go to his cabin in the woods. And like he asked with Aaron in Creep 1, he wants to film everything, whatever personal, uncomfortable moment, he wants it all to be filmed. And that is just to test her boundary, to test her as a person, to see what she's willing to allow to happen and what kind of reaction she would give him. And he's obviously a master manipulator because he tells these stories of fake vulnerability. I'm so lonely, I don't matter, my life is a joke. And she stays thinking like, oh, I'm gonna help him understand himself. I want to understand him, because again, that's the premise of her story, Encounters. And she's just thinking this is another lonely man, but it's crazy. So he is obsessed with authenticity, in that he wants her to be, oh, show your real self, be authentic, and strip these layers down about herself, while he's fake doing it to lower her guard, so she just becomes easier prey for him. And in addition to disrespecting her and crossing her boundaries, but she plays along for the sake of the footage. And like he said, he's a serial unaliver. He pretends to RIP himself just to see what she'll say, and he is laughing after like she reacts like, huh? Again, it's just to test the boundaries. And then he starts being extra weird and try to blur the lines with her, again to lower her defenses, to try to be sweet with her, flirting and kissing her. I was like, this is sick. I'm like, girl, I know she knows what's going on, but get out of there. Like, it was really weird. And so he had, in the movie, there's this trust exercise. So he asked her to use a prop utensil to RIP himself. She does it, but it ends up being a real utensil. But instead, she realizes it's real and she doesn't go through with it. And with every weird request, she's noticing how weird this guy is. And again, he keeps trying to lead her deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole in this random tunnel. She has no cell phone. She's there by himself with this man. And yeah, she's smart, but she's in a tunnel with a strange man who's been doing these strange things. Like, chances are that strange man is going to overtake her. So it's freaked out. It really is freaked out. And he wants to be immortalized through film. That's what I feel, because in the first movie he had all of those different, but he has a lot of different mementos of his past victims, video recordings, a catalog, if you will, of all of those RIPs. If you do some research, a lot of serial unalivers do that. It's really gross, and I don't even watch unaliving documentaries, but this was really interesting because he presents as a weird person, quirky, but he's not so bombastic and just like I'm gonna get you. It's just so subtle, and that's what makes it scary, because is he or isn't he? And it has the viewers questioning themselves. Or it might be people like me that's just like, I'm not even gonna stay here and entertain this. I'm just gonna leave, because I'm not gonna give you the chance to try to recruit me into your mess. No. Then there is a scene where she's done with it, done with him, and she bonks him on the head with the shovel. So she thinks she's good, right? And I'm like, good riddance. Fast forward, she's back home. Like, I think she continues her YouTube, but maybe she doesn't go that route of Craigslist again. And she's on the train, and it shows that she's being recorded, and she's just looking around, and then she looks and notices she's being recorded, and then gives eye contact with the person who's recording her, and then it immediately cuts out. And from that, he's still alive, and he followed her. He's stalking her just like he stalked Aaron. Scary stuff. And if it was me, I would never go that far. I don't have an interest for people in situations like that, because it gets depressing, and I want to live my life as carefree as possible. That's not something I would do. All in all, it was a really good movie. I think it was different. Would I say better than Creep 1? It was better. The main character was smarter, so I would say character development for the second one was much better, because yes, she played along, and then she eventually was like, okay, this isn't worth my safety, I'm done. In the first one, Aaron was an idiot the whole film. There was no arc development. He just stayed a fool for the whole movie, and they got him unalive. So it's just like, girl, you would think if someone's doing that, you would just stop. There was one moment where he like tried to bolt the door, but I wouldn't even count that, because he still communicated with the weirdo. It was weird. It's just, I can't express it enough.